So, haven't been here in a while. I can preach all day about these energies and not say that they don't affect me, and they definitely do. If you haven't noticed, I have not had, this would have been the third weekly if I didn't do it tonight, that I have missed. I don't like to give excuses, but I do want to say the energies are real. Astrology is real. What is above, so below is real. What happens to the collective also happens to us differently individually, including our perspectives, including how our own placements match the placements that are going on currently. Our own placements, meaning the placements of these planets when you were born, and how these planets in other placements, or even in your placements, your natal placements when you were born, could be currently going on as they are in mine. Let's dig deep into what my issue is really quick. Oh, 11, I say, perfect. Perfect. Now if I can get the camera. Perfect. 11, I say. It's 11, I say. I don't know if y'all can see because I don't have my full screen showing. But it's 11 on the East Coast. This means this is going to be positive. So even though I've thrown on my shades because I have something deep to express to you all, it's going to start off positive. Okay. Venus and Scorpio. As you can see, I've put it up, just pulled up something so that I can pull from it, because once right how it's been opposing me in Uranus in Taurus, Venus is um, is at its detriment in Scorpio, which is good and bad, because Scorpio is going to push through powerfully, beautifully, flawlessly any planet it's in, even in its detriment in Venus. Venus is all things pleasurable. Venus is everything Taurus and Libra. Venus just left Libra, so she just left home, and now she's totally out of whack. But she has to do this. She has to push through. She has to be that powerful being that she is. And I am a powerful being. My placement is in Venus in 6 degrees of all things. When I say I have been seeing the number 6 everywhere, when I say I have been seeing the number 17 everywhere, my apartment number is 617. It's just, I have the number 17 in my social security number. It's there, y'all. In my truth of world, the truth is there. And all Scorpio's investigative state is to be truthful. It's not to be pleasured. It's not to have your desires and values overpower what's displeasurable, what will bring resolution sometimes. And while Venus is in its final degrees in its second decan, and I have Venus placement in the first decan, the opposition is still strong for a while, especially because Venus just opposed Uranus last week in real life. And when I was born, it was conjunct, because I have Uranus in Scorpio too. So not only is my Venus opposing Scorpio, my Uranus in Scorpio, my natal birth chart is opposing the current Uranus too. I mean, fixed signs are power struggles. So when we're talking about Taurus and Scorpio, we're talking about Taurus being money in your pocket and Scorpio being money in the bank. Taurus being your own finances, Scorpio being by the finances of others, inheriting finances. And I can easily say that my manipulative Scorpio ways, me having a Scorpio sun, me having a Scorpio in Venus, Venus and Scorpio, me having Uranus in Scorpio, is definitely bringing me some manipulative energy. So before we read over this really quickly and briefly, I don't like celebrities, but I know some of you do. I know some of you that have this placement, Venus in Scorpio. So I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom of this. Some famous people who have this natal placement in Venus. Of course, as you can see on the screen, the number one person that stands out is old skin mask, Joe Biden. When I say Scorpios can have the most occult, maleficent, that's the word I'm looking for, mean, greedy, when I say inheritance of other people's money, he has literally inherited, and his family members, our money. Demi Moore, Ted Bundy, Charles Manson. I mean, it's really wicked people when you think about it. Steven Spielberg, the things that he's done with this child sex trafficking. My favorite movie as a Maleficent child was Poltergeist, and Steven Spielberg had to do with the young lady who played Carol Ann in all three of Poltergeist. And I put my hands up sometimes when I'm nervous about the stuff I say, but I say it anyway. A lot of this Venus and Scorpio energy is opposing a lot of this Uranus and Taurus energy. We just had the moon in Taurus. The past 2 days ago, the moon is currently in Gemini. It was just heavy energy that I had to take time to get out of, y'all. So I apologize for not doing no episodes. I have been putting up some things homeschooling and DC wise, but astrology energies hit you hard, especially when you are tapped in the way I am. So let's go back up. Jodie Foster is on there too. The lady who did Silence of the Lambs. You have to be kind of in a state of mind like a Venus and Scorpio person is to be able to do a movie like that. So shout out to Jodie Foster. Even though I don't rock with celebrities, let's go. Venus in the sign of Scorpio is very intense placement. People with this Venus sign want to be absorbed in love, to merge with their partner. Blah, blah, blah. We want to be in love. Sometimes it doesn't happen. We can shut down love easily. In some way, this placement is similar to having Venus in the 8th house. My Venus is in the switch. Scorpio is in the 2nd house for me. I don't want to run down all the ways I've gotten money in life, but I have gotten other people's money maleficently. And it's so wicked that I'm sometimes proud of it, but that's the old me, so forgive me now. Venus is one of the essential planets in astrology. Inner planet during the individual. As a quick-moving inner planet, the position of Venus is in your natal chart is very personal. Both its signs and the house are significant. So, 8th house is all things Scorpio, but Venus is ruled by the 2nd house or the 7th house. Venus and Scorpio's characteristics and personalities. Your eyes give away people with this placement. So when I say my eyes, somebody said on my post when I got my hair done just like this a couple of days ago, your eyes don't. I'm like, yeah, my eyes always get people, and I love my own eyes. That's my favorite favorite part of my body other than my back, because I like the tattoos on my back, and I want to give them my back and my eyes. So I definitely love staring silently at people. I like giving, especially when I was a teacher, I would give kids this look. I love my looks, and like it pierces people. I can be very intimidating, but just imagine I used to be a preschool teacher, so all the kids would be like, and then I have that Capricorn moon because I'm in authority. So let's just talk about the power that I had that I'm finally tapping into. And I never, because I have these Libra placements too, I never wanted to leave teaching alone. I just want the authority, my Leo placements. Anyway, that's getting all off, but you know, like, I'm meant to be a teacher out here. Meant to teach astrology, meant to teach children, meant to teach adults, meant to teach people, meant to relate to people, and meant to go deep, which is all my Scorpio placements. keep reading to learn more about Venus and Scorpio. So let's go down. I already talked about this. Venus in the zodiac sign and its detriment. You can have a Venus sign if you're a Venus. If you're a Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, or Capricorn sun. Because Mercury is normally the sign before, the sign after your sun sign, or Venus being a little bit slower than Mercury, still closest to the sun. You'll normally have the planets that are 2 or 3 planets behind your sun sign, behind or in front. Masculinity and femininity. The planets of masculinity and femininity, respectively, are polar opposites. So Mars and Venus, like I always talk about, are lovers. So Venus has to adapt to the completely different quality of the sun, because Venus is ruled by Mars. Scorpio is ruled by Mars, and Venus is ruled by Libra and Taurus. Scorpio is ruled by Aries, and Venus rules Scorpio and Aries. Okay, so those are the level signs. I know that I definitely have attracted a lot of Venus, Taurus, and Libra men, and Aries, and Scorpios too. So it's like that Venus and Mars energy with me has held in me a long time, especially because I have a lot of Libra placements too. If you have a lot of Libra placements, know that you are ruled by Venus. If you have a lot of Taurus placements, same thing. If you have a lot of Mars placements, speaking of Scorpio signs, anything. So like my Scorpio sun is even ruled by Mars, because Mars is the ruler of my sign. If I'm in Scorpio, my sun is in Scorpio, Mars is ruling that energy of my entire personality with my sun sign. So Mars and Venus are very significant planets, as well as Mercury, all your individual planets, because they have to do with you individually. However, this does not mean that there are no strengths or good things to Venus and Scorpio, because it's in a difficult sign, a difficult planet for it. You will choose very carefully who to open up with. You will not gain trust easily. That's definitely me. I'm starting to cut off a lot of people, especially with this Mercury and Libra. We'll discuss that next, but I had to get into this first, y'all, because of the me going missing for a while, and me just like, what's up? This energy is like things that are not pleasurable anymore. Not saying that astrology isn't pleasurable. Not saying that coming on YouTube isn't pleasurable, but YouTube itself is not pleasurable. It's the same thing I was just talking about with being a teacher. Love kids, love families, love seeing the aspect that I can give to people's livelihoods in the long run, from starting from their youth, was so important to me. And I'm starting, of course, to get emotional. I've always wanted to hang in there with the teaching, and somehow I'm trying to figure out new ways to do this, especially as things change in the collective and homeschooling becoming more popular. Even listened to Dane Calloway this morning. Y'all know I love Dane Calloway. He was talking about any teachers out there wanting to get with what he's doing, so I'm definitely going to check him out with that too, because it's just time. All right, Venus and Scorpio can indicate fruitful joint ventures. A well aspect Venus here might signal helpful people on your journey. You often get help when you expect the least. Let me stop there, because the key part of this sentence was a well aspected Venus. So my Venus was well aspected, I believe, when I was born, because Venus, my Uranus was also in Scorpio. My sun is in Scorpio, and Uranus is at its exaltation in Scorpio. It's like you can definitely be free to love how you want to love, be as deep as you want to be, all the things Scorpio, in the new kind of way, the transformative kind of way, the rebellious kind of way, like Uranus is and Scorpio likes to be. And right now, I do not have a well aspect Venus aspecting other planets. which is why I want to stop here and talk about Venus opposite Uranus. And this is coming from my rusty trusty book that my brother Lee gave to me. Planets in transit. Okay. Venus opposing Uranus. So let's just get into what was going on with Z. This can signify various events or reactions. On one level, a sudden unexpected occurrence in a love relationship, which may or may not be upsetting. On one set of unusual, stimulating, but variable, stable relationship, however, this requires some occurrence from other transits. Here's another transit we're going to talk about, because I'm a single person, but here we are in the first day of Mercury retrograde. The shadow is real, even though I don't appreciate a TikTok astrologer that I do respect. Her saying that the pre-shadow is not real, only the post-shadow. And I think both shadows are very real. On top of us having a full moon in Pisces, breaking away from the whole moon cycle, the last end of the moon cycle, because we are going into another mutable. We just left the mutable sign of Virgo, so that was opposing the moon in Pisces. And then mutable signs are when the seasons are changing. So we were at the end of the summer going into this fall now. Now we're in the fall equinox in Libra season. Long story short, the energy has changed because Venus in Scorpio and the full moon in Pisces aspected each other. And it was supposed to be good because they were a sextile, but it was also like, this is like moon in Pisces. These dreams are a little vivid because Pisces represents our dreams and moon represents our feelings. I felt literally like I was getting choked. I want to light some more sage. By, what you ever heard of the paralysis dreams or whatever, like when the full moon happened, I literally had one of those. The next night was better because I slept with a whole lot of sage, but I had to literally sage my house and use cascarilla and all this kind of special powders to get. And then my cat, my Minty, the black cat, she was going crazy in here. Like I really had a spirit in here in the full moon. Really having some vivid dreams since. Having dreams about exes. Not too many exes have been reaching out. But it was heavy shadow period energy. And this is just clearly, it was aspecting this Venus in Scorpio opposing Uranus in Taurus right now. The opposition just happened last week, which is why I wasn't around here last week. All right. For the duration of the day or the week, because this is a individual planet moving with the outer planet, so it lasts like about 2 or 3 days. You may be driven to look for exciting and stimulating activities and experiences. That pleasure, because Venus. But then the ordinary experiences within relationships will not satisfy you. Unresolved tensions in love relationships may cause sudden upsets to one of you seeks freedom for the restrictions and tensions. So I was just speaking to a friend of mine who has Venus in Scorpio as well. Shout out to you, Angel. And the tough time she's going through with her relationships. And sorry if I called you out, but it's, we both have Venus and Scorpio placements, and we're just not satisfied these days and not going to put up with it. Another person may provide the occasion for flirtation that unsettles your relationship. However, unless the tensions are severe, it is unlikely that you will suffer any permanent damage. Not sure how you want to take that. A new relationship at this time is intended by your subconscious mind to provide an escape from your everyday routine, not to lead to anything permanent. Some people, however, need the sort of upbeat relationship that Uranus provides with Venus. For them, this transit may bring about a valid long-term relationship, but you won't know if you are one of these people until the relationship endures for a while. So flow with this stuff. Flow with this energy, especially the Venus and Scorpio people need somebody who is a little grounded and down to earth. So Venus and Venus and Taurus, kind of, but not really. That's opposing. But Venus and Virgo, Venus and Capricorn really would work. Another Venus and Scorpio. I tried. I talked about that, I think, before. Dismissed that guy. If your natal Venus falls in Scorpio, loyalty is extremely important to you. So, like, that's why I've been single, because I just want to wait on loyalty. This placement indicates that relationships work best if you both can be open and honest. You tend to hold grudges when threatened. You can act out in the lower octave of Scorpio. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What means being manipulative, passive aggressive, vindictive? I've already done that, y'all. I'm about to be 44 next month. I mean, in a month and a half. So, people with Scorpio placements don't really forgive. Even if they do, they don't forgive. Have trouble with letting go. Jealous and possessive, all those things. So it's like, now that I've been through this, almost every year we go through this, and now tapping into when it's paying attention to the transits and when it's going on. Everything Scorpio at the intense level, especially in Venus. And then sex is very important, but it's much more than just physical unity between two bodies. Blah, blah, blah. I can do without sex right now, because if it's not loyal, if it's not deep, if it's not full of depth, spiritual act, I don't want it. I don't even want friendships that are not in depth at this point. Like I said, these are the compatible ones. Of course, the water signs and the earth signs and Venus. Venus and Taurus is I would go with more of the grounding, the grounding signs, the earth signs, and Virgo. I mean, in Venus. Here's ones about Venus and Scorpio. Men, you all can take a screenshot of that and take a look. I haven't done it in this way in a while, y'all. I used to like when I showed information, so I'm going to have to edit all this out. Yes, so that's about it. All I want to say about Venus and Scorpio. Please check, like, subscribe, and all that junk. I can't wait till we get a whole new deeper app to put out these videos, and it not be so superficial, and it not be all that stuff that other YouTubers say, because I'm not like other YouTubers or people out here in general. I want depth. I don't want to take your money, even though, Venus, like I said, in Scorpio, and anything in Scorpio is other people's money. I don't want to be manipulative. I want to be passionate enough that you want to drop it in my, not in my super chat, because this YouTube stuff anyway. Cash App. Not really too, because Cash App. One other thing, y'all, before I go. I don't know if it's these fibber fools that I have been giving jobs to that live on the other side of the world that have been promoting and doing it in a hack type of way, have hacked my Instagram, because all two of my business pages and my main page, my personal page, all got hacked recently. I do not talk about Bitcoin. That is child sex trafficking money. I do not do Cash App scams. I just not give me $200 and I'll give you $10,000 or something like that later. I don't do that kind of stuff. So that does not mean, if you don't know that about me, I'm sorry for you. You should know Z better. That is one of my hashtags. Hashtag KNOZEE. Nosy, meaning either you're being nosy here or you don't know Z. Me. No Z. So it's either or. This nosy or no this girl. So I'm sorry. Even my boy, one of my close friends, got this scam trusting me. So I appreciate y'all trusting me, but know me to trust me. Know that I would not do no bit scam, no Cash App, none of that money, especially not going through your inbox, and then especially that choppy English. I don't talk like that. I don't post none of that on my page. So if it's not astrology or this truth or stuff on my kids or me, it's not me. TMZ 2021 has been hacked. Get a life underscore INC for Get a Life Astrology, as well as it was attached to my personal. So I will put both of that stuff on there. Has been hacked. And Google's Worldwide, which is my travel page, has been hacked. The person is going into my inbox pretending like they're me, telling them to send some money for some more money. Y'all know that stuff is fake. That's that Neptune and Pisces, sextile and Venus and Scorpio. Venus and Scorpio wants more depth than that. We don't want the illusions. Illusions are dead and gone. Make things real. Give some things some substance. That's why I have been as moody as I've been. And I wouldn't even call it moody. I just been displeased. Venus and Scorpio is displeased. And until it gets some depth and loyalty, so please at least show me some loyalty by definitely liking, so that we can do these little YouTube algorithms right. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to try to do a little bit of weekly here after this video.